Hello everyone, welcome back to the Motherhood. So today I'm chatting to a very good friend of mine, Elina Medley, and I want to say Medley, but it's not, it's Medley. Elina Medley, who's an artist and a photography teacher, and someone I go to a lot when I start a project, and she gives me lots of feedback and advice and a wealth of knowledge in your brain. So we're going to have a look at this month's challenge from the Motherhooders, which is movement. So I'm going to just share my screen, Elina.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Oh, how do I share screen? I've forgotten. Share your screen. Here we go. Okay. Okay, can you see my PDF?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yes.
So I can't see you, just so you know. Okay, so let's have a look. Whoop. Okay, here we go. So this is my picture. Yes. So I always try and do something when I start these projects.
Yours. Okay, this is yours.
This is just mine. Yeah. I always start with like a theme that I want to experiment with, and then quite often I completely run out of time. So me and Edith just did this very last minute. And I'm really gutted I didn't spend more time kind of playing around because it was such a fun subject. So
how did you get her to do that?
Oh, how did I get it? Oh, she literally flipped up.
Oh, she just flipped up. Okay.
Yeah, and then just very, very fast. So basically, the theme movement, we were looking at shutter speed. That was kind of what we were all experimenting with.
Yeah.
Her mascara was smudged, so she's like, you know what, Mum, I'm just going to completely smudge it. So, but yeah, so that was the fun.
Like a superhero, it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is the first image we're going to look at, who's Victoria Webb's.
Okay. Well, the first thing that strikes me is the light is really beautiful, and the way it's hitting the sand that's being kicked up by the hooves.
Yeah.
And also like just the wintry trees in the background. They give it a really nice kind of wintry feel, I suppose.
Yeah, it's very atmospheric, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, with the shadows and the lines create really nice composition.
Yeah. No, I agree. This is like one of my favourites, actually. Like she just threw it in the Facebook group, and it was like, wow. Have you just, no, it's definitely captured the theme movement, but it's captured more than that, I think.
Yeah, it has. It's a really nice, it's just a really nice moment, and you can kind of feel the focus of the rider.
Yeah, and what's really interesting, because I don't know, quite often the way I teach is, you know, have a high shutter speed, especially when you're photographing children, you know, and all the rest of it. And so it was a real experiment for us to slow down on the shutter speed. And if this was shot at a high shutter speed, it wouldn't have half the kind of the impact, because you really feel the movement. You feel like you're there almost, don't you?
Yeah, although it's not actually blurred, is it? So it's not really.
The feet aren't, but the dust is, isn't it? The sand is kind of, you can.
Yeah, there is a tiny. Yeah, it's quite subtle.
It's really subtle. Yeah. Oh, well done, Victoria. Loving your work.
That's very nice.
Okay, Belen is next.
Yeah, this is really striking.
Yeah.
The blues. Yeah, the way the ball is just about to come through the net, and. Yeah, even like the little thing, like the pattern around that's created by the actual net is really, it's just very, very pleasing, isn't it? It's very.
Yeah, it's such. Belen actually only came on the workshop, like she's only just started, and I don't know, she's thrown herself into photography, and her compositions, I mean, it's just striking.
Yeah, it is, and the hair, and then the branches of the trees really complement each other. And the little fluffy clouds in the background as well on the other side.
And all the blues I've only just noticed, like the blue of the sun, red.
Yeah, it would be actually if you could see the red of that basketball hoop more intensely, it would maybe give it even more impact, actually.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you had the contrast between the red and the blue.
Yeah, because it almost looks like a bullseye almost if you're looking at it instead of looking up but looking flat on it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
great. And the reach of the hand, it's really nice.
Yeah. You could just imagine her lying on the floor.
I know. I'd say that.
You know,
quickly before the ball hits you in the face.
Oh God, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times she did that. Also, you know, like photography, I just think, you know, like I think Belane's really pushing kind of the boundaries of getting in a different, you know, putting herself not where the eye normally sees.
Yeah.
Really strong work, Belane. Well done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, Carrie.
This one did stick in my mind, actually.
Yeah.
It's just so. It's just got real. I don't know. I suppose it's just fun, happy, but also makes me think of lockdown and all those days spent with kids in pajamas.
And you in pajamas. Yeah, it's the movement theme obviously there, but yeah, I love the light, the composition, and just the story. I mean, this is an active story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, shot in the face by the relaxed dude on the right.
Yeah, and just like the position that I'm not sure if it's a girl or a boy.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. The way his feet are leaning against the cupboard, I really like the chest of drawers.
Oh yeah.
Shadow there, like the relaxed, and then the
chaos almost.
Movement. Yeah.
I do think like, fuck, is he gonna like bang his head on the bed? That's the non-photographer. Oh, well done, Carrie. Really, really strong image.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, Cassandra.
Oh, this one's a bit more mysterious. It's like some kind of, it just looks, I mean, it's not old-fashioned, obviously, but old-fashioned isn't a very good word, but something about her face that's so sort of classic, especially in that sort of even more faded one on the...
Yeah.
That's, can't do left and right, sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
The right.
Yeah.
The kind of no expression, serious.
Yeah.
Or deadpan, I guess.
Yeah.
It almost looks like it's shot on film or something.
It does, yeah. It's got a very nostalgic feel to it.
Yeah, that's the word we're looking for.
And also, I mean, it always takes quite, you know, doing something like this takes so many tries to get it.
Yeah, it's proper experimenting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people like when Cassandra, I'm so proud of Cassandra because she put her camera down for a while and has only just started to pick it up again. And then she put it in the group and it was like, boom, this is just, I know, I was so inspired by it. And then a lot of people started like experimenting with kind of the ghost effect type thing.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so much fun playing.
It is so much fun because it really highlights the way that a camera can record things that we don't see.
Yeah.
Like, or that we can't see with our eyes. I can't really explain it.
Yeah.
But that idea, you know, you can shoot in really, really, really like almost darkness and still get an image that you can't see with your eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing you could somehow bring the contrast up a bit. I don't know with the.
Oh yeah.
Just like so you've got a bit more light and a bit more contrast between light and dark.
Yeah, that's good advice actually.
And mate, yeah, I just love that face on the right hand side.
Yeah. I don't know.
Almost. I mean, if you know, it could almost simplify it even more by just somehow having that one face and then almost less movement.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, just maybe simplify it slightly.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Or one ghost even.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Well done, Cassandra.
Have a look at Francesca Woodman actually.
Oh yes, I think she was on our slides actually, but isn't it her who died really young?
Yeah, she committed. She jumped off. I think she jumped off a building.
That's right. Yeah, we were talking about her. She committed suicide very, very young.
I think she was 22.
Gosh, crazy.
Yeah.
Elisa.
That's the fact that they're all the colours are so primary. You've got the red and the yellow and the blue. Just gives it a really happy feel.
Yeah.
A very you know, it's about childhood and about maybe also like the rushing of time and the sort of different. There's nice contrast between movement and stillness.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never been able to do that thing where you get one thing focused. One thing sharp and the rest is moving.
Well, I think so we were playing around with it. You have to move with subject. Yeah. So, but it doesn't even look like, it looks like she's too far away to be stood on the roundabout. So I guess she must be running around with it.
It's clever.
It's so clever. And just to get the background and the roundabout blurry. I mean, I think not an easy job, whatever you've done. It's interesting what you say about the primary colour. So I'm just really starting to explore colour as a photographer, and I'm learning much more. And yeah, it's really interesting that, you know, because I would kind of look at this and go, yeah, wow, colours and relating to childhood and stuff. But it's those
primary,
yeah.
It's also, I love the composite. You know, the fact that she might have been running at the same time, but you've got the horizon is straight and the vertical lines are straight. It's really you know, it makes it look really composed, and even though it was obviously a kind of challenge and kind of a split second, it looks well considered.
No, absolutely, well thought out. Well done, Elisa, really good job. Sophie,
I like this. It's got quite a melancholy feel, hasn't it? And it just makes me think of lockdown and all those floors I've had to sweep endlessly. I really love it, actually. It's kind of calm, you know, it's kind of quite somber, but it's very calm. It's nice the fact that you've got those kind of different layers. So there's the window, there's the rainbow, and then behind the glass is and then the glass features. It's got that lovely pattern on it, and then you've got the broom, and then whatever's behind, which we can't quite see. Yeah,
I love the patterns with the water.
Yeah. Oh, is it water?
I think she's having her windows cleaned.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. So it's not. I looked at it as if it was a mop.
Right. Yeah.
Against the window, so I got. Oh, and it's outside.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it. I had it all wrong in my head. I thought it was looking inside. Okay. Now I see it.
I see. You thought we were outside.
Yeah.
I see.
It was looking in, and I thought it was some kind of, you know, like that weird bathroom glass.
Oh yeah, that's really mad. I think we're inside.
No, I can see it now. It looks like outside rather than inside.
Yeah.
Well,
it's really funny. I think Sophie this month she was a bit like me, and she's like, oh god, I hadn't done anything but just managed to capture this, and it's like, you know, great, just even one thing, that's all you need. And I'm so glad she did, because it's a great shot.
It is.
If I was to, and Sophie would probably know exactly what I'm going to say, so I'm going to be technical annoyance here, but I would probably, it doesn't feel quite square on.
Yeah.
In post-production,
you can tilt it.
Just, bring that around. That would be my only, because it's such a kind of graphic photograph. Those small details kind of shout out. But, you know, and I think it would really work even if the rainbow wasn't there as well. I just think it's quite a fun.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It adds context of, you know, the time.
Although it is actually quite nice, pleasing the way the rainbow
the water
matches the broom hand. You know, it lines up with the broom handle and lines up with some of the architecture on the outside.
Yeah.
Near the bottom of the rainbow.
And the water with it.
Yeah.
Right, well done, Sophie. Really good. Okay, Suzie Sharp.
Oh, this is another clever one where you've got one face.
And everything else is blurred.
Yes. Again, it's got quite a nostalgic feel to it.
It does. I want to find out when Suzie shot this.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, you can't go on things like that at the moment, can you?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's like illegally hired.
Got on to
up and stuff just to have some fun. I mean, and I love the roof. You know, like, well, colours actually. Maybe that's what I'm liking.
The colours are very. I'm almost wondering whether the colours. There's almost too many colours though, and it might look. You should see what it looks like in black and white, because it has like, her face is so. The little girl is looks quite kind of. was going to say old-fashioned again, but her, you know, her curls and everything. I don't know.
Oh yes, no, you're right actually. So in black and white, because sometimes black and white helps us focus on the one thing we're meant to be focused on, and I guess this is quite noisy and quite busy. And again, just the framing, like I'm very conscious, like when things are cut as a square, or you know, like to kind of ask that question, and is it because they were cropping something out, or was that more pleasing picture? Because I think, you know, they've cropped the bottom of the cup out, which I like to see a little bit more at the bottom. No, that's good. Well done, Suzie. Really nice. Tanya.
Oh, I like this one. This one's got a nice composition actually. Nice straight verticals, and again, just like I noticed little thing, like actually the movement of her hand. I suppose that's what she was getting at, was the fact that one hand is blurred, but it just really highlights how focused the girl is, and obviously the rest of her body is really still, which is amazing.
Yeah,
like the position of her foot and everything.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because the movement of that has emphasized the story, which I guess is what we're playing with as well.
Yeah.
Yes, it would have been a nice, pleasing shot if she used a higher shutter speed, absolutely. But yeah, it doesn't add to it so much.
No, I like the fact that the hand's blurred.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It adds to the story.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, really strong. So Tanya came on a recent workshop of mine where we looked at purely just documentary. And it's really interesting because we really worked hard on Tanya's kind of composition. And I don't know, I feel like she's really nailed it in this.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not quite nice that you can just see out of the door. Yeah. And
Big Ben.
Big Ben. I was just thinking that.
It's very pleasing. Yeah. Well done, Tanya. Okay, Creeper.
Oh, this is a bit more mysterious.
So I chatted to Creeper about this. So what is it?
Is it smoke?
I thought, that's what I was thinking. It was smoke.
With a light behind the smoke?
Guess so. Is it a candle? A candle that's been blown out?
No, because I don't feel like that would give you enough smoke. I don't know.
And she's worked.
It doesn't look like cigarette smoke, does it?
I've got no idea. The colour is extraordinary.
Yeah, and actually, it somehow looks really three-dimensional at the bottom, doesn't it?
The bottom bit looks like it could be a vase or something.
Quite sculptural.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, indeed, darling, indeed. And Creeper always works in black and white, so I'm fascinated to see, this really strange abstract colour kind of photograph. I'm excited to find out more about this picture.
Yeah, it's very mysterious.
Which I always think, as a photograph or a piece of art, if you want to find out more, that's definitely a
good thing.
Yes, exactly.
I love the fact they're all so different.
Yeah. Okay, well done, Creeper.
Oh,
Louise.
Yeah, it's just really, again, it kind of just captures childhood. Kind of playing and the way things move.
Yeah.
And the colours again.
Yeah, colour.
Yeah, just talking about squares, I'm just thinking maybe this one would look better actually as a square image, so you didn't have the
distractions.
The distractions of the room on either side of her.
Oh yeah. Or perhaps landscape, so you didn't chop the top of her head off even. Yeah,
you mean put
oh God. It was going to be 50-50, wasn't it? Yeah. Exactly.
Her expression, the fact that her eyes are closed is really lovely.
Yeah, I do love the colours in this. I absolutely love the colours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely, like, her head chopped off. Like, for me, the information is more above than below. So even if that was my only frame, I'd probably have framed it a little bit up or something.
Yeah.
But great colours and movement. We have movement.
And actually even experimenting with a slower shutter speed, so you got a kind of, I don't know whether if she could stay quite still and then all these things were blurred. I don't know.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
That'd be nice.
So it's really interesting because obviously I see the work beforehand, and Louise had loads of options, and bless her, she was like, which one do I choose?
It's so hard. That's the hardest thing, isn't it? Selecting your best shot.
It's so hard. Yeah.
Especially when it's your own children or you're someone you know really well, because you've got such a different such a different view of what it is. You're not looking at it as a picture, you're looking at it as your children.
And that's when you shot it as well.
Yeah.
Well done, Louise. Okay, Zoe.
Oh, nice.
The cute.
Yeah. Again, the sunshine in her hair is beautiful.
Yeah.
Quite an unusual, it's quite an unusual kind of view of somebody's face, isn't it? Just got a tiny bit of profile. Yeah, it's got a lovely sense of movement, and actually the background works really well. It's a nice contrast. Like the texture of the wall, the pattern and the texture of the brick wall, and then the grass. And then she's
yeah, because if she was against anything else, it could be too noisy or wouldn't stand out as clear. Yeah,
it's a nice contrast between the kind of geometric shapes and then her kind of flowing organic shapes that she's created with her dress and her hair.
And I really got nothing to do with movement, but I love kind of the blocks of shadow and what looks like a carpet almost with the grass.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, good textures.
Yeah, and nice, just pleasing composition, Zoe. Well done.
Yes, it's a good one.
Yeah, we like. Okay, Lucy.
Lovely energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the lines coming towards you from the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the way he's just on his tiptoes.
So Lucy, actually, she'll kill me for sharing this. Lucy texted me the night before going, I'm having a panic, like, which one do I choose? And she's like, this is the one I think, is this right? Does it annoy you that his face is blurry? And my reaction was absolutely not. For me,
no.
Really interesting that your first kind of adjective was, energy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so true. Like, it definitely has that energy of his running around, movement and everything.
Yeah. No, I think, and also the fact that everything else is very straight and very sharp.
Yeah.
I think if it was all fuzzy and all had movement blur to it, then it wouldn't work. But the fact that everything else is very
it doesn't look like a mistake. It looks like that's deliberate choice.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
again, the warm colour, like the orange and the yellow together, work really well. And then the green, all orange and green, isn't it? Or orange, yellow, and green.
Yeah. I'd probably just looked at it now. Again, if I'm being completely anal, I'd probably crop it until you get to the first.
The side.
I'd crop it off the top, kind of thing, which would.
Oh, okay. I just lost my
Are you there?
I've lost your screen, your slideshow.
Oh no!
I see myself.
Are you just looking at yourself?
Do I need to click on you or something? Oh, here we go. It's fine. Fine.
Are you back? Yeah. I'd crop it down to the top of the
railing,
horizon in the background, where the first line of green is.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'd probably play with that. But no, really good, Lucy. Stop doubting yourself, because I love the fact your first reaction was loads of energy, because that's exactly what you're capturing. Well done, Lucy. Okay, Nicola.
Okay. This one's a bit more somber, isn't it? Lots of greens and browns.
And
it kind of disappears into the undergrowth, into nature.
And the fact that she's wearing camouflage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's it reminds me of my own daughter.
Oh, actually, just I'm like, that literally looks like her, doesn't it?
It does. She's got a jumper like that. Yeah. So it does have a really nice kind of earthy sort of, like the fact that she, when she took the photo, she was probably lying on the ground.
Yeah.
In the grass.
Gosh, yeah.
Got a nice
Right.
connection to nature and the trees.
Oh, what you like the camera? You mean?
Yeah, the camera, but also the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because the trees are what's in focus, isn't it? The foreground's blurry because of,
Yeah.
and then she's running or jumping, or there's something going on there, isn't there?
Yeah. It's quite ambiguous.
It is, and yeah. Well done, Nicola. Lovely. Okay, Emily.
Oh, nice. Another energetic.
Yeah.
Energetic one. It's funny the way he hasn't got a face, or I don't know, it's a boy.
It's a girl, actually. It's a girl, but yeah, yes.
You can't see her face, but you can see the dog's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the again colour, because that's something the red is so in your face that I'm coming at you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of in contrast with that green. They just match well together.
Yeah, well, red and green are complementary colours, aren't they?
Well, this is what I need to learn, Emily.
They're opposite on the colour wheel, so there's no red in green.
Ah.
To make green, you mix blue and yellow, so because it has no red in it, they kind of contrast really strongly. Same with yellow and purple.
Right.
And blue and orange. So those colours would always kind of clash, but
work strong together.
Yeah.
Because for me, that's what, and I like the fact that the green and the red don't overlap.
No, they don't, do they?
It's like two separate things, and the way the grass points. I don't know. It's quite a strong composition.
Yeah.
Almost like the leading lines, but to me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they kind of makes a triangle in the foreground there.
Yeah.
And it just looks very real. It looks very real and very kind of natural. It's got a nice story to it, actually.
Story. That's what we like with it.
Yeah. The only problem is because the background is a bit overexposed. Yeah. And that's kind of you can't really. I suppose you could edit it, couldn't you, to make the background a bit
more, yeah.
A bit darker.
Would you say that, in your opinion, that's distracting, the background being
slightly? That tree in the background I find slightly distracting.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, if it was a grey day, that would work. Yeah.
Or if you just bring the exposure of the highlights down a little bit, that might help.
Okay. Right, well done, Emily. Okay, Tracy.
Oh yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, it's really strong. It's really like the fact that you've just got you've got the lines in the background, and actually they really complement the lines on her puffer jacket going the other way.
Oh, it's lovely chatting.
Yeah.
That I didn't notice.
Yeah. So lots of lines and textures, and the text, the fluff around the hood. Yeah. Complementing the hair. It's really lovely. And again, quite mysterious, quite I can't think of another word.
But it's almost like that.
Yeah.
It's I know Tracy and it's her daughter, but the fact we can't see a face light, it? What is it? Who is it?
What's she doing? Is she running from something? Although there's not much in the image, it definitely has a kind of feels like it's part of a narrative or a story.
Yeah. And again, raises questions.
Yeah.
It's always good. That's always a good sign of a good photograph.
Mm.
Colour as well. These are great.
Really subtle.
Yeah. Oh, Tracy, well done. We're liking. Thumbs up. Okay, Nadine.
This is nice. Quite nice to see a grown-up, actually.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it feels very... I like the familiarity of it and the everydayness of it, kind of mundane thing that we all do every day.
Yeah.
That's really something that I like about photography, and capturing those really ordinary moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
a great example of, obviously we've been experimenting with shutter speed, but a great example of how slow shutter speed, which works so well here.
Yeah.
And again, It's really
It's really hard online, isn't it? What was I going to say? Yeah, the fact that the background is really overexposed works because you don't really want the distraction of what's outside. You just get a little hint of it.
Yeah. No, really nice, Nadine. Really, really lovely. And I guess black and white working well because
does work actually. Yeah. Nice silhouette. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is the last one. Yeah, and Trudy.
This looks like someone's been spinning around and around.
Absolutely that.
Yeah.
So Nadine, this lady, did a project for Arts Week, which was all like this a couple of years ago. So she shared her technique, and it was so fun seeing everyone kind of experiment just with something new.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. Again, I mean, the story there is all about the person who was taking the photograph and what they were doing and how they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love it. It just looks fun, energetic.
Fun.
And, it's about the artist rather than the photograph.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
And could be a painting almost. I don't know. It could be.
Yeah, it has got a very painterly feel to it.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Quite splattery almost, you know.
Yeah, I think in some ways it kind of reflects sort of feelings of like chaos, and as well as kind of joy, it's also a bit you know, like spinning out of control slightly, or maybe you're just wanting to get drunk.
Like the longer I look at it, just chatting to you, I'm like, actually, it's making me feel a bit sick. Like I feel like, you know, when you're on those swings looking up and you're going round and round.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh God, can I get off now? Take me away from this picture. I mean that in a, you know, it's a great effect, Trudy. Like, it made me feel something quite strong. Right, well done, Trudy. I'm going to come back to you, Emma D. I'll stop sharing.
Emma D? Who's Emma D?
Emma D's my business partner. Can you see me?
I can see you. I can see
you. Okay, so that's everyone.
All right.
All the submissions. Now the tricky job is you have to come up with a winner. I don't know if you've chosen one or not. Did you pre-choose one?
No, I didn't pre-choose one. There's 3 that stick in my mind. I think the one that sticks in my mind the most is the one of the basketball hoop.
Ah, yeah.
At the beginning.
Yes.
And they've also written down Tracy and Zoe, but I can't remember what their pictures were.
Right.
So maybe that means it should be the basketball one.
I think it would be a very big tease if you changed your mind right now.
But maybe we'll say Tracy and Zoe are second and third.
There we are. That's good. Right, I'm going to share the basket hoop one. Where are we?
Oh, it was the girl with the puffer jacket. That was one.
Yes, that was the other one.
Yeah, and yeah, I think that one. Yeah, it's just really striking. And if your theme was movement, I think that was.
Yeah, definitely caught the movement. Just all round. I mean, I don't think either of us can actually fault this picture.
No.
So, so well chosen and well done, Belen. Amazing photograph. And you are the winner of what month are we?
I can't remember what was the other one that I was thinking of. It was the puffer jacket, and what did Zoe do?
Tracy and who did you put?
Zoe.
No, Zoe. Zoe. Yes, Zoe was the black and white pigtails.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there we are. Yeah. Well, they can have the runner-up bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Up. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you so much for chatting to me.
Pleasure. It was really fun. Yeah.
Good. I'll be knocking on your door again for my own. Thank you very much. And I'll see you on the school run.
Yes, see you soon.
All right. Bye, darling.
Bye.